Thank you very much. Turnovers red.
One, two. Testing. 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2. Testing.
Welcome to the State Netball Centre for the Smarter Than Smoking State Netball League Final Series. Tonight featuring the semi-final between the South East Demons and the West Coast Warriors, with a winner to move straight into the grand final in 2 weeks' time. The loser, well, they'll have to butter up again next week for the preliminary final against the winner of tonight's other semi-final between the Coastal Sharks and the Perth Lions. That game is going to be played concurrent with our broadcast game. We'll keep you up to date with those scores as we can. I'm your host tonight, John Lee, and joining me in the commentary team, well-known local netball identity, Sue Gordian. Welcome, Sue.
Thanks, John. Very nice to be down at the State Netball Centre and part of this very first experience of live streaming for West Australian Netball, a very exciting moment.
And we've got a great game too. It's the top two teams from the league tonight facing off against each other. They finished 1 and 2. The South East Demons lost 4 games for the season. The Warriors just the 3 with a draw. So it's definitely the standout teams.
Oh, absolutely, and I think probably have established quite the rivalry as the season's gone on. The Warriors claiming 2 wins over the Demons in the 3 rounds that they've met so far. So they go in with bragging rights, the Warriors, but both sides fully play it up, as in they have had their injury concerns this season, I guess, but both sides raring to go. Spoke to the coaches today. They're very excited. As we know, the winner goes straight through to the grand final.
And if we look at those head-to-head games during the year, first up in round 8, the Demons got over the top of the Warriors, 50-48. They played again 2 weeks later in round 10. This time the tables turned. The Warriors getting up quite comfortably, 72-49. And then just 2 weeks ago in round 14, the Warriors again over the Demons, 55-51. Interesting in that game, the Demons actually had more scoring shots than the Warriors, but they didn't have the percentage the Warriors did.
Absolutely, shooter's nightmare when you get the stats at the end, realise you've had your opportunities and didn't capitalise on them. I think looking at those 3 scores, John, I'd say that the round you'd take most notice of would be round 14, and just the 4-goal difference, which would probably be indicative of our expectations tonight that we should be up for a pretty close game.
And the teams are taking to the court as we speak. The West Coast Warriors will be shooting to screen right, and the Demons towards your screen left. We're just waiting for the officials to get the game underway.
Go, David.
And it'll be starting with Helen Taylor from the West Coast. Waiting for that whistle. we're underway in the first semi-final for 2015. West Coast immediately into attack. Nice shot there. The umpires made his call. And the first points on the board to the Warriors.
A nice vision there from Paige Doyle, siding Amber Harvey in front position. She'll look to go to her, I imagine, for the best part of the game. Such a solid target for. Oh, great rebound by Gilmore, just showing her strength under the post. Of course, Andrea Gilmore, former West Coast Fever player and spent some time with the Adelaide Thunderbirds. Great to see her still contributing to netball here in Western Australia.
And the conversion coming back there as well once again. The Demons having 3 shots without managing to drop one there. Now it's West Coast with the ball, they're looking to score.
And the contact call there outside the circle, John Numi Kapaya there, which is not good news when you see one of your attacking players spoil a moment.
They're kept in there by the Demons with the umpires blowing the whistle, so it's going back to the West Coast team. Through the centre court, but cut off by the Demons.
Lyndall Road there, great vision. Really good defensive game on her Lyndall Road. Probably pick up quite a bit of ball through that mid-court tonight for the Demons.
Lyndall Road, one of the few players to play every game this season, and certainly in fine form. That's
fitness machine, John. She is a fitness machine. Can run all day, Lyndall Road.
There's a lot of fit girls out there tonight. I'm sure they'll need every ounce of fitness as well. Come the end of the game. That's a wayward pass from Millman there, which gives the Demons back the possession. It's still 1-1 here, only 2.5 minutes of play.
A great solid drive from Cody Blay, but Jessie Hill's wearing her like a glove at the moment. That's a match-up to keep your eye on, wing attack and wing defence. Wing attack for the Demons, Cody Blay, wing defence in Jessie Hills.
The Demons are certainly working hard here. The scoring circle, another attempt. And that's their second score. Back to the centre with the Demons. Cody Blay with her hands on the ball there. Good work around the circle, brings Harvey in to shoot, and she's missed again.
You mentioned earlier in our lead-in about the Demons having plenty of scoring opportunities in the game that they've met the Warriors and lost, and sadly for the Demons at the moment, that start not too great. Plenty of ball going into their attackers, but just inability to pop the ball through the ring.
Another whistle there, so the Warriors will be lining up for a shot. Through Millman. And she makes it 2 for the Warriors. Well, 2 shots, 2 points versus 7 shots for 2 points.
Not a great stat to start, is it? 7 opportunities with only the 2 goals for the Demons. And that's good defensive pressure coming from the Demons, just in delaying that ball, but beautiful feed coming in there from Helen Taylor, finding Stephanie Cooper under the post.
It's 3-2 in favour of the Warriors here, but there's been a call into the attacking third Demons with the ball. Try and move it into a scoring position. Patient, but they've turned the ball over. Turned it back again. Lee Harvey lining up for a shot. And she's scored, which has made her percentage a little bit better. West Coast with a centre pass.
Oh, great front position there by Henny Mahu. Read that ball beautifully. And the Demons go flying. Oh, gee. Well taken by Paige Doy.
Harvey again. Another point. That puts them 4-3 ahead, the Demons.
Yeah, John, that was a good moment there for the Demons. Just that turnover ball and being able to take down the court and convert at the end of the day just settles the Demons at the moment.
Another missed opportunity there for the Demons. A good defence from the West Coast. They're holding up fairly resilient at this moment.
Well, there's a long ball in from Millman. That's a better placed pass. And Stephanie Cooper. Yeah, well, you don't get it much easier than that. That needs to go in for her, and it does.
Well, that brings the score back to 4-all. The West Coast with the centre. Oh, there's a whistle.
So the contact called there on Emily Cunningham. So the Warriors now with an opportunity. One circle. And we'll find Millman there on the base.
That's better shooting from Millman. She's got 3 from 3 at the moment. Cody Blay throwing a long ball in. And Doy there taking the shot. She's up. I think that was a pass.
That we'll call that a pass.
We'll call it a pass.
Amber Hart, such a lovely strong hold. Brooke Walker at the moment might just need to adjust her positioning on Harvey. She's getting caught behind Harvey. And so far Harvey coming up trumps on 2 occasions with that feed coming in.
Again, pushing forward, looking for that entry. Not a whistle. And there's Cooper, who's had a bright start to the game. And unfortunately, she hasn't dropped that one. And they've turned it over. The Demons looking down court.
Yeah, great defensive play here from the Warriors. They've really delayed the mid-court. And just confusion there between Rode and Doy.
A great hand on the ball there from Harvey. She positions herself under the post, takes the ball, and she's scored again. Well, that's 4 on the trot, which is a lot better than a start.
Yeah, absolutely. Some good netball early on. As 2 top teams, you got the feeling it was going to go pretty much goal for goal as it's opened up.
And 6-5 in favour of the Demons at the moment. Still 7 minutes to play in the first period. Seems as if the Demons, even though they seem to be playing well and had a lot of opportunities, they seem to be rushing it a bit. West Coast seem to be a bit more thoughtful in their build-up.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I just think the defensive pressure that the Warriors are placing on the Demons through the middle of the court's very effective at the moment. It's causing some confusion in terms of the Demons' play down court. That's great feeding there from Tapia. Unbelievable. So skilled, young Numi Tapia.
And there's another one for Cooper. So that...
contact call there on... Actually, breaking call on Lisa Millman, which is what we call a coach killer. Completely unnecessary.
Unfair experience at that haven't you?
There are those moments when you're sitting on the side and you just can't quite understand why there's a need for a play to break.
Another 3 to the Demons here. It's hard, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And the bonus here is that one team goes straight into the grand final. It's a good bonus to have. So great feed there, Doy into Harvey. And certainly working that combination quite nicely now.
And she's turned those early goal shooting stats around as Harvey. It's quick play though from West Coast. But another turnover.
Yeah, chance here now for the Demons just to push this score. Oh, well, the held ball called on Lyndall Road.
Now it's 3 seconds, is it?
Yeah, 3 seconds. I reckon that was about 2.5, but I'm not. Give that to Paula Ferguson. The players will respond to that. They'll know that the whistle's quick, so you can't hesitate.
Players will always play to what the umpires allow them to do.
So as you
That's
said,
great.
there's just a build-up here, as you mentioned. Like, there's a real patience in the Warriors, just
Yeah.
not finishing off on that occasion. Not a great deal of structure in their play down court, and that's probably due to the efforts of the Demons' defence. But there's a real poise in the way that they just need to be able to finish it off.
The ball's come off the hands of the Demons there, so it'll be West Coast to bring it back in. Just on 4 minutes left. The Demons 6 at this stage. Juggled off her head there, but unfortunately not able to control the ball, and the Demons are back in possession. Another call against the Demons there, Sue.
Yeah, another contact call. Just sort of going on behind the play, to be honest with you, and completely unnecessary. Again, they're those frustrating calls. When you get an opportunity and the defenders turn a ball over, you want to make sure that you capitalise on that.
Foul on Cooper there, and she's taken the shot and scored. So that's 7-8 at the moment. Demons leading West Coast Warriors.
Remember Harvey using the middle corridor again. Demons are having to go backwards to go forwards. Oh, great feed. Good vision there from Blake. Just the experience header.
That's another one to Harvey.
Harvey and Cody Blake.
Out to a 2-point lead at the moment, the Demons. 9-7, but clash of bodies there, but the ball's in Cooper's hands and she's put it in.
Yeah, again, vision to Cooper on that occasion. Henny Mahu finding a way out of the circle to be beaten by the pass.
Once again, quick hands from the Demons. They're moving the ball around very quickly. And Harvey drops another one. That's now 7 on the trot.
Well, there's the breakdown for the Warriors. Just not finding any second phase play there. Millman searching for an answer.
Another intercept. The Warriors working down the court, but again intercepts. This time the Demons intercepting.
Oh, goodness, this is just a comedy of errors, isn't it?
Oh, this ball in and throwing it to the opposition and all sorts of it at the moment. A bit of composure is probably what's needed. Great pass. And again, they've worked that very well. Cooper's having another shot. And in it goes. That's 9-10 with the 2 minutes left on the clock in favour of the Demons. In there for Harvey. And she's put that one away. So she's certainly turned the goal scoring around.
Yeah, absolutely. The Demons have certainly found their rhythm in attack. And defensively creating lots of opportunity, just not connecting through the middle court. And it's the breakdown area here for the Warriors. That's better play from them between Tapia and Millman. And a nice finish from Lisa Millman. It's the game within that one goal. A minute 15 left on the clock.
Oh, wasted ball there from the Demons. They still hold the point advantage, 11-10 with a minute to play. Working around in the backcourt there, defensive third.
And a great drive there by the captain, Jess Eilson, just threads that ball over the top of Cunningham.
But they've been very patient here though. They're waiting for that person to get into position. They're not just throwing it and hoping.
And again, great footwork and front positioning there from Henny Mahu. Yeah, dogged work, and the Demons end up with that.
That was a big turnover.
So now I guess it's just their opportunity to score. Can they do it? And the last 2 times down court has been, as we said before, just a comedy of errors. Plenty of time, 20 seconds on the clock. Oh, cross ball. You can,
Great intercept there. From,
yeah, absolutely. Brooke Walker.
Yeah, she read that really, really well. You could see her picking that ball out as it left the girl's hand.
You got the feeling Cody Blay rang her and told her it was coming.
Yes. Miss Harvey again. She's been interfered with there. Take the shot, and she drops that one. It's 12-10 in favour of the Demons, and that is the first period. And quite a high intensity game there.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams have come out fighting hard. Certainly a lot of scrapping stuff in there, John. I thought it was actually quite clean to start with, and in that middle sort of 5 or 6 minutes, you got the real sense that both sides were just rushing and a little bit hesitant. Demons, for my liking, looking the better and more poised attacking side at the moment, but I've been impressed with Gilmore. Her defensive work, Jess Eales on the wing defence. So only the 2 goals in it.
After a slow start from Harvey there, she shot 3 out of 7, 3 out of 9 to start with, but since then she's just hasn't missed, been on the board.
Nervous energy in a final.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's the excuse all goalers use.
Now, reading up before the game, I'm trying to figure out how this contest might actually turn out. The Warriors average about 54 points a game from 68 shots. The Demons average 56, so 2 points ahead, but they're taking 76 shots to get the same sort of score.
Yeah, so
turnovers will be the key tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Or for the Demons, just get some accuracy behind their shooters, because if they're certainly a very dominant attacking side. When you look at someone like Lyndall Road in the centre, she comes with a wealth of experience. She's had some time in amongst the fever. And you go on to Cody Blow, who's played over 150 State League games, down to Amber Harvey, who's just, the stalwart down at shooter. There's some real dominance through their attack, but it's the inaccuracy that hurts them. So if they continue to be inaccurate tonight, then their defenders are going to have to turn over a lot of ball, absolutely.
And you're listening, or you are watching the State Netball League, State Netball League, Smarter Than Smoking State Netball League semi-final here tonight between the Demons and the West Coast Warriors. On the other court, it's just about quarter time in the game between the Coastal Sharks and the Lions, and it's 13-all. The Sharks just had a shot, but they've missed it, and just a couple of seconds to go, so that will be the score there in the other semi-final, 13-all. The winner of that particular game will be taking on the loser of our game next week, which we will also be podcasting or webcast on YouTube from the State Netball Centre, and it's a fine centre too, so netballers must have been itching for this place for years.
Yeah, some 20 years in the making. Nice to be eventually in a place that netball can call home here in Western Australia. And of course, the West Coast Fever, after having a formidable year in the ANZ Championship, are now having a training venue that they can call home instead of living off in the gutter and off the, the smell of an oily rag as it's been. So, and maybe part and parcel indicative of some of their performances that we've seen from the Fever this year being so successful.
A great season they've had too. But we're back here with the semi-final between the Demons and the West Coast Warriors. West Coast starting the game from the centre, and we seem to have had a substitution, I think.
Yeah, so Mariana Bullen comes on and Stephanie Cooper goes to the bench. So Mariana Bullen coming on at goal shooter for the Warriors. Stephanie Cooper to the bench.
The Demons, though, moving into attack. They're working it around perhaps a little bit patiently than they did in the first period. There's another whistle there. Just wait for them to sort themselves out. It looks to be a shot to Harvey there. And she's put that one away for the first score of the second period. That puts the Demons out to 13, leading the West Coast Warriors by 2 points. They're on 11 at the moment. We've played barely seconds into this period.
Just an umpire injury time here. A bit of water on the court, so Lisa Millman doing her home duty. She's just come back after having a baby, so she knows what it's like to clean up around the house.
Yeah, little spills here and there. But we're back in action now. West Coast looking to get some fluency into their game. And work it in well. And Bullen with her first shot of the game. And she's put it in. So West Coast drag one back, 12-13. Favour of the Demons. Another turnover.
We should also mention another change we've just noticed is Alice Roberts come on in the mid-court and centre for the West Coast Warriors, replacing Helen Taylor.
And Harvey's put one down, so she's continued her good run of scoring. Back out to that 2-point buffer in favour of the Demons. West Coast working a hard around. Tapia.
Yeah, well, Cunningham gets a nice outside arm in there in the deflection. Of course, the Warriors looked at the umpire. That's the last thing you do. You just get on with it.
Harvey a long way from home there at midcourt, but she's worked away.
Good hands by Brooke Walker. She's key little turnovers for the Warriors, just keeping them in attacking opportunities at the moment. The Demons seem to have had plenty more of the ball early on.
Bullen lining up again. She's looked for the pass this time. Is it a contact?
We'll just have a look. And, yeah, contact outside the circle there by Lyndall Road. Oh, and a poor feed there by Roberts. Yeah, good strong drive by Rhodes, contested by Roberts, but the Demons will come away with that one.
Still a 2-goal buffer. The Demons looking to extend here through Harvey, and they have 15-12 at the moment. Another goal to Harvey.
Yeah, I reckon this is a bit of a delicate moment now here for the Warriors. The Demons have come out of this quarter-time break and just seem to be far more composed and dominant. Look at that ball work.
Oh, great.
Paige Doy.
Unfortunately, she couldn't drop the score, so back in the hands of West Coast now.
Just really need to capitalise here. Great little back drive there from Mariana Bullen.
And that's another goal to West Coast, so they move back to that 2-goal buffer, 15-13 in favour of the Demons.
That's better use of space by the Warriors. They've been playing quite narrow. Movement there by Bullen in shooters just opened up the space. And particularly, again, Numi type.
Millman's a great goal shooter, isn't she? She doesn't muck around. She lines it up and ping.
There's no mucking around. No, absolutely not.
Working the ball around the attacking circle well there, the Demons, and Harvey having another shot. Cody Blaze pinged a few in there from that far corner, hasn't she?
That's years of experience playing together. Those two just read each other. It's almost like, you know, invisible links. They know exactly what each other's doing, and that's going to be really hard to stop for the Warriors. They almost need to turn that ball over prior to those two getting their hands on it.
Cody Blaze again in the play.
Yeah, have a look at that again, the link between the two of them.
A hand in there from the West Coast player. The ball coming back to the Demons here. Once again, Blay and Harvey. She'll put it up and scores. Another goal, 17-14. 17-14 in favour of the Demons here against the West Coast Warriors. Demons with the ball out of the centre. And again, through Cody Blay. Deep in attack. A call there against the Demons, though, is it? No, it's for the Demons.
Just offside by Jess Eales. So Paige Doy will take this one and put them up 4 goals out. As I said, just you get the feeling here that the Demons are just starting to stamp their authority on this quarter. That's a lovely front drive move there from Mariana. She's come on really well since the quarter time break. Big decision by Coach Carly Hoare. She's certainly backing in her young shooter in Mariana. First year up in the Warriors League team.
Oh, great effort there from everybody concerned. The West Coast ending up with the ball. I don't think the player quite was called there.
Oh, the call was contact on Millman, and then it was followed up by offside by Numi Tapia. So the Demons lucky to get away with that. And of course, then the Warriors end up with the ball again.
And down it goes to Millman. So that's 16-18 in favour of the Demons. 2 goals in front with 8.5 minutes to play in this second period. Another penalty here. Bullen with the ball in her hands. It's a first miss for the evening. But West Coast are going to get the ball back again though. It's come off Demons' hands there. Bullen again, and another miss. These are going to be crucial misses, you'd think.
Well, it's also where the Demons are actually capitalising on the rebound, but that's good defensive pressure from the Warriors. Oh, great. Yeah, fantastic intercept by Gilmer, almost trademark for her. Just closing speed on the ball, 2 hands strong. Nice and clean comes up. This needs to be rewarded here. Warriors need to pop this through the ring.
And Bullen does. That brings it back to a 1-point game now. 1-goal game. 18 in favour of the Demons, 17 the West Coast. The Demons have the ball and they're attacking again. Just for something different, Blader Harvey.
We'll get used to
goal.
Yeah, I think we're going to get used to calling that, John.
I think so.
One of the great strengths, obviously, of the Demons has just been their ability to sustain their players, and of course, that experience just showing on the court. Lovely look-away pass there from Roberts.
Another to Millman. So they're staying in touch, Sue.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought a moment there that the Demons might have just opened things up, but credit to the Warriors, fought back. And here's, Eels has a crack, just can't get there.
Harvey once again lining up for goal, and that's another goal. So 20-18 in favour of the Demons. 5 minutes to go here at the State Netball Centre for the Smarter Than Smoking semi-final series. And there's Millman again. She just is so casual about the way she shoots. Held up around the centre court, but a nice release there.
Yeah, absolutely. Harvey to Harvey, sister to sister. You think they probably wouldn't like throwing the ball to each other?
No.
Apparently, it's not in a game like this, you don't care about those things.
No, there's a hand on it from Brooke Walker there, I think.
Yeah, so good chance now for the Warriors. Just need to get this connection through the midcourt. This is where I think they've really struggled to find. There's nice drive there by Roberts. Just a bit of a late release on the ball from Eels.
And nearly a turnover, but the ball's gone out of bounds, so it'll be West Coast to bring it back into play. It's quite a tight tussle now. It's not quite as free-flowing as it was.
A lot of space in that goal circle, but Millman and Moriana Bullen here certainly working that combination quite well. And
We've got a time out.
Injury time being called by Nicola Harvey. And you get the sneaky suspicion here that will be more strategic than it would be.
Well, we mentioned Millman there in the call. She's scored 9 goals from 9 shots. 100%. So
yes.
She's doing her bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think she's probably found a bit more rhythm in this second quarter. I thought she was a little bit quiet in the first and probably felt Emily Cunningham might have had the upper hand on her. But Millman's worked her way into this. And I think the big part of that has just been the space that the Warriors are now starting to find in that attacking end. They were really narrow in their game early, and that was playing into the defensive of the Demons. But just widening that space now, particularly is allowing players like Millman and Tapia to find some good drives and good space and of course capitalising with a level score now at 20 all.
Well, 5:14 to go in this second period, and the scores are locked at 20 goals each. So this is a crucial 5 minutes of play leading up to half-time. West Coast with possession. Millman working the ball, and it's ended up in her hands again. Bullen to take the shot. Another foul call there. And Bullen scores, so I think this will be the first time West Coast has hit the front. They're in 21-20.
Yeah, and again, great feed in there from Road to Harvey. Walker probably just needing to work the feet a little bit more. She's getting very caught on the body of Harvey, so if she can just adjust that, probably put her in better stead.
Some Good play there from West Coast. Andrea Gilmore setting that one up.
Oh, clever feed to Pye around the body of the defender.
Back to Millman, and she is just not missing at the moment. And a 2-goal lead now to West Coast, and a penalty called in the attacking third there for the Demons. Blader Harvey.
Well, that pattern's becoming very familiar for the Demons, and what that does, though, John, is the Warriors need to be able to read that. If they can see those familiar patterns, that's an opportunity to actually break those patterns. So you'd like to think at the moment that just at the back of screen while this play is going on, Andrea Gilmore is actually having a chat with Brooke Walker, and I reckon that's right on target, that she's picked that and said, you know, that feed's going in from pocket to baseline time and time again. We need to change something up to try and capitalise on that.
Another goal there
and
to
look at that.
West Coast. Great take.
Oh, look, yeah.
What great. That was all round just fantastic.
Yeah, first ball contest from Walker, backed up by straight away by another contest from Gilmore. And that's exactly what I was just talking about, just changing something up and not sitting to defend the player. They became more attacking in their process there. That's good news for the Warriors.
23 all at the moment. 3 minutes to go as Tupeo takes a tumble. Not sure exactly what that call is, Sue. I must admit, I get confused by a lot of calls in netball, but
we're talking you through, John. You're doing just fine. Usually if someone gets bowls over on the ground, we call that contact.
Okay, great.
Defenders will say it was never them.
24-23 in favour of West Coast. They've certainly, after what seemed to be a bit flaky there in the middle of this period, have come back strongly. And the Demons here with a chance to level. They've missed the shot though. It's the first shot Harvey's missed in a long time.
Yeah, and it's interesting, just as the pressure's come back on the Demons, Harvey has, you know, as you say, that's her first shot missed.
Great take from Andrea Gilmore. Gee, she's a jet. Millman a long way up the court there. And hands on the ball there from the defender, the Demons, up to Cody Blair, smack bang in the centre of the court. Looking for... I thought she was looking for Harvey, but Doy got a hand in the way.
No, that's right, and just overcooked that pass to Doy. So now the Warriors again with another opportunity. And this is the area of the court I keep talking about, just lacking that link through the middle. Needing to get their centre Roberts in position and work as a centre role does in linking your attack. You can see there at the moment, just the attack as the Warriors being drawn very high up court, but great drive there from Tapia. She's covered a fair bit of court in that passage of play.
She does get up and down the court, doesn't she? Another goal there to Bullen, and that takes the score 25 West Coast, 23 to the Demons. So it's fortunes have changed somewhat in this quarter period. Another shot here for Bullen, and she's dropped that one as well. That's 26-23, just 40 seconds to go in this period. Demons with the ball from the centre. Once again, Cody Blay seems to be the player they're looking to link through at the moment.
Yeah, and you can see there just the double defence dropping back on Harvey. So they've certainly adjusted their play. Gilmore and Walker trying to protect that. Doy doesn't even want on that occasion.
There's a whistle there, and it's ended up in Harvey's hands, and she's put the ball down. 24-26 in favour of West Coast. They have the centre feed, and another call from the referee there.
Yeah, and just the 7 seconds on the clock, so this will be a shot only. Millman realises the time. She's passed off. They're probably going to miss this. Oh, an obstruction. So she'll get the shot irrespective of the clock going.
And finishes off that period with a goal as well. And that takes the West Coast out to 27 goals in front of the Perth Demons. 4. And, well, gee, there was a lot of fortunes changed around there, didn't they?
Yeah, that was a really good second half of that quarter from the Warriors. The Demons sort of looked like they had things under control coming out the first few minutes. But, yeah, nice changes made by Carly Hall. the coach of the Warriors, and it's certainly paid dividends for, I think, Mullen in at goal shooters, just offered a little bit more movement, and the Warriors have been able to, I guess, find some more space and options in attack.
Things seem to change from when Andrew Gilmore made a great intercept through the middle of the court, and it was like that was the, that's the way we've got to attack it now.
That moment, and players like Andrew Gilmore inspire.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see that her players have stepped up and responded. And she will be absolutely, if this scoreline remains quite close, she'll be critical in the dying moments of this game.
She certainly looks very, very composed and reads it so well.
Well, she's the most experienced player out on that court in terms of level of play. As we've mentioned earlier, you know, she spent some years with the West Coast Fever, over with the Adelaide Thunderbirds, and now back playing with her traditional club here in Western Australia, being that of the West Coast Warriors.
And we love to see that, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's fantastic. A lot of players sort of finish their ANZ careers and, that's it. Now, they may have a family or they may move into another role in coaching or so forth. But Gilmore, and she's assisted in some coaching roles with this club over the last couple of years. But it's fantastic to see that she's contributing back on court, and she can still play. Don't worry about that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now, what would the coaches be saying to their respective teams? Sue?
Yeah, look, I think it'll be all positive coming out of the Warriors camp, particularly after such a dominant second quarter. Carly Hoare, just a young coach, her first year as head coach of the club. And she's, as we can see over there at the moment, she's spending some time with her attackers. As you said earlier, John Millman really came into that quarter. I thought she was dominant. So you would imagine that there'd be a lot of positive coming from the Warriors. The Demons, really, I thought they had an opportunity to open the game up, and just some silly errors and a couple of key missed goals from them. So you imagine probably just some direction to their attack in, just about space and timing, and finishing goals off. Defensively, I think both teams have, created plenty of opportunity.
Well, we mentioned conversion and scoring percentages earlier. Harvey shot 2 from her first 8 shots, and ever since then she's missed 1. She's got up to 20 points. So those couple of shots early.
Yeah, which is a great sign for Amber Harvey. What worried me, though, was just at that moment when the Warriors were coming back and things were starting to get tight, it was almost though she froze under that post, and that's the last thing you want. You want one of your experienced players in those moments really standing up and delivering. It was an easy shot, and she'll be frustrated by that. She'll know that that's not good enough. So you would imagine out of the blocks in this third quarter, you would expect players like Cody Blay and Amber Harvey, Andrew Gilmore, Lyndall Road. These are the key players, Lisa Millman, that stand up in these sorts of teams and want to be accountable.
Well, according to my John stats, Lisa's going 12 from 12.
Well, Johnny, I reckon you're on the money. Yeah, she hasn't missed.
She hasn't. And interesting, Cooper started the game. She was replaced in the second period by Bullen, and they're both shooting the same.
Yeah, but the difference, I think, is the style of play. Cooper was offering more of a holding game and consuming that real post area of the court, which didn't really allow a lot of movement from Millman. And I reckon what's happened is by bringing Bullen in, who's more of a moving shooter, it's actually been able to open up Millman's role into the post, and she was definitely more dominant in that quarter. So that moving goal circle for the Warriors with Mariana Bullen and Lisa Millman, I think, has been more effective, and we've seen that on the scoreboard.
Can you envisage any changes for the next period? Will coaches be thinking maybe we'll just let our team settle for a while?
Oh, I don't think there'd be any changes from the Warriors. I think they'd be pretty comfortable and happy with that quarter and would look to build on that in this third quarter. And for the Demons, no, not necessarily. I think the quality of players they've got on the court can certainly do the job. I think they just threw away a couple of silly balls, and the beauty for the Warriors where they capitalised on it at the time. So I'd expect no changes coming out into this quarter.
Interestingly, in the round 10 game where the Warriors got over the Demons 72-49, they only used 7 players that night, the Warriors. No substitutions.
Well, they're fit players, and you know what? When you're on the court, you never want to come off.
No, definitely not. No.
Well, not once you get given that opportunity. So.
Yeah, don't ask my teammates about trying to get me off the field.
Well, just as we said that there have been some changes, pull through those.
Roberts is starting in the centre again for West Coast.
Yeah, and it's the Demons there, just not wholly within the centre circle for Lyndall Road, so a nasty mistake early for the Demons.
Oh, there's the 2 veterans, and Cody Blay wins out, but the call's gone against her.
Replayed ball as she was trying to. I tell you what.
Former teammates?
Yeah, former teammates, yes. Just calling through those changes. So Mia Spencer's coming on at goalkeeper, and Henny Mahu moves out to wing defence for the Demons.
So Nicola Harvey's made a
So
way
Nicola,
to the bench.
Nicola Harvey makes her way to the bench.
West Coast with the ball attacking here. It's 24-28 in favour of West Coast, and they've just extended that lead with a goal. That's 29-24. West Coast Warriors over the Southeast Demons. The Demons with the ball, pushing forward. Harvey and Blay working together. And Harvey takes it under the post. And she slots her first goal for the third period. Back to 21 in favour of West Coast.
Yeah, nice drive by Roberts. Great use of space. And the Warriors really start some good space in attack, just not capitalising there. So a moment now and an opportunity for the Demons. Walker. Oh.
She nearly got to that ball. She read it well enough.
Yeah, well, absolutely. She's had a couple of cracks at that ball coming. That's, you know, as a coach, you can only encourage that. Her timing just not right at the moment. But the fact that she's seeing that ball, that's a positive. And hopefully she'll grow through the game and be able to come up with one of those before the end of it.
Another shot here for Harvey. And that one goes down as well. So the score, 27 now in favour of West Coast over the Demons. The West Coast with the centre pass. That's a long time she's held the ball.
Yeah, good defensive play there. I just had my eye on Henny Mahu that's just now with the ball moved to wing defence. And certainly she's been moved out there to try and cover the moves of Tapai. I thought Tapai was just totally dominant in that second quarter for the Warriors. And I reckon that's going to be a really good matchup. Those two players, both very athletic, very strong.
That's a miss there from Doy, but taken by Harvey, and the ball goes down for another goal. So it's back to 28-29 in favour of West Coast. A 1 point game. Demons with the ball from the centre. Tell you someone else who's been very impressive the longer the game's gone is Doy. She's creating a lot for her goal scoring partner there in Harvey.
Yeah, and she's got a tough job on her hands against an Andrea Gilmore, and I think she's working really hard to try and keep Gilmore busy. One of the great strengths of Andrea Gilmore is to float off the player and have a crack at the ball. But if Paige Doy keeps her busy, then she doesn't have as much opportunity to do that.
Well, back to 29 all. West Coast in attack. There's a whistle there. It'll be West Coast ball. Still the best part of the 12 minutes to go.
It's almost been the pattern of play that the Demons have come out of the blocks well, but the Warriors build over the quarter and come home strong. So. And we're almost seeing that again now. Demons strong out of the blocks, picked up the first few goals, got the game well back within contention. What is it that the Warriors will do as this quarter goes on?
Now on the other court, into period 3, it's 27-35. I think that game's in the favour of the Sharks at the moment, but we'll keep you posted there. And Hoy taking a shot now for the Demons. Gilmore with the rebound. And West Coast. Can they create an opportunity here? Once again.
Yeah, so patience required. As you can see, it's timing a little bit out in that attack from the Warriors. But when that happens, John, the only thing you can do is be patient.
Oh, great shot there.
Yeah, and expect your goaler to finish it off like that. So that's a really positive moment there for the Warriors, just to work their way through that timing mess.
31-29 in favour of the Warriors now, and they've got the ball again. They're into attack. They're working quite well there. Another whistle. How hard is it with that 3 seconds that you have with the ball, Sue, to maintain some sort of composure?
Well, it's not hard until your opposition are damn good at their defence. So that 3 seconds turns into very little when you know, when you're under the pump. And there's been moments throughout this game where I think the Warriors defensively have done a great job collectively as a team. And you know, forced real pressure on the Demons. And that could end up being one of the great strengths that gets them across the line here in this game tonight.
Well, the Warriors' last goal extended their lead to 3 goals, 32-29. Still 9.5 minutes to play in this third period. And the ball's with the West Coast Warriors. Working it not quite out of the defensive third. They've turned it over.
Yeah,
I think that was contact there, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, that was contact, yeah. And I was just going to say, Lyndall Rowe getting a deflection there. She came out of the blocks firing in that first quarter. And when that change of Roberts went into the centre, I reckon she's been a little quiet. So probably she needs to step up for the Demons. Just get a little bit more bowl in attack. There's a go. She's had a crack there. And maybe pick up 1 or 2 defensively. And that'll be a big bonus for the Demons.
Oh, great work there from Numi Tupia. She worked from back court all the way through to provide that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and now the Warriors out by 4.
33-29. And they're in attack again. They're starting to turn the screws a little bit, Sue.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just through smart play. And Tapia again, just so...
That was a good call from the umpire.
Just as we call it. It's been a bit of a seesaw affair, hasn't it? One side
definitely.
sort of stretches out to 3 or 4, and then the other side fights back almost immediately.
No, that 10 points in front and comfortably right, have they?
No, not even 5 points at 5 goals. You've got me saying points. Stop me saying points.
5 goals.
Yeah, 5 goals out. So it's sort of been 3 or 4's been the buffer for both teams.
The Demons with a chance here. And it's a good take there from Harvey. She lines it up and she's scored. Takes a point back. 30-33. Apologies there. In favour of West Coast still. And Demons though working into another call against the Warriors.
Yeah,
Andrea Gilmore there.
Yeah, Andrea Gilmore contesting first ball. Just been picked up a couple of times in the last few passages of play. You can see a little bit of frustration. But look at that. What a rebound.
Work.
And have a look at her drive down court. Another great option if necessary.
That was a fantastic route of the play there to get that rebound too. And West Coast extend their lead through Fulham there. Another goal. 34-30. Warriors over the Demons, and they're into attack again.
Oh, great 1-2 drive there from Tapia and Roberts.
Oh, that's Millman's first miss.
Well, I was going to say, what a shame. She was unable to tidy that one up.
Well, they've still got possession here. Demons have turned it over.
Yeah, now just you can see just some patience on behalf of the Warriors. And it's a really good moment for them now to push the scoreline out to 5.
Oh, that's a great pass too. And Bullen has missed, but Millman's picked up the rebound there. She missed her first shot, but she managed to score a goal the second. 35-30, 6 minutes to go in the third period. And the Demons would be looking, they need a goal. Working it around, Doy's going to take a shot. And she's scored, so they've dragged one back, 31-35 in favour of the Warriors over the Demons.
Yeah, one of the key differences coming out in this quarter, probably just between the 2 wing attacks. Cody Blaze probably stopped taking that hard drive to the circle edge for the Demons, whereas Tapia has really opened up this attacking end for the Warriors. So strong in her movement, takes on the defender. And it just allows that space for the goalers get back in the circle a bit quicker and do their job, which is to pop a ball through a ring. So,
and Millman's done just that.
Yeah,
31-36 in favour of West Coast.
So again, you can just see there Blade just tending to hold back, and again needs to be up on the circle edge to take the feed and pop the shooters into the circle.
The Demons have really struggled in the circle in this period, haven't they?
Yeah, and I think that's come from just the lack of drive to the circle edge.
He's missed another one. shot about 15 in a row there, and she's fallen off the perch a little bit in this third period. Nice play down.
Great
court.
feed from Tapia.
And
Even better take from Bullen.
oh, well,
hey?
yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. One-handed.
Had the ball.
And that is a timeout. 4 minutes 24 to go on the clock. West Coast Warriors 37 are leading the Southeast Demons 31.
So it's Lyndall Road that's called injury time, and just having her back worked on over at the back of play by the Demons physio. Again, probably more likely to be a strategic timeout, John, than a medical one.
Yes, yes.
But they'll do their
tennis
best.
Timeout.
They'll do their best acting. So
And how long do they get for an injury timeout?
up to 2 minutes.
Okay.
So, and they're only entitled to, well, they're entitled to 2 injury times, but on the second injury time, it's only 30 seconds, and the player that calls that injury time must immediately leave the court and be replaced. So this is the first injury time for the Demons in this quarter. The next one would see the player that's injured have to be replaced.
Okay. Well, it gives a chance for the coaches too, I suppose, to reset things. I'm sure the Demons coach would be desperate to get some points on now. They're starting to slip away from them.
Yeah, and I think the key message that needs to come from Prothero here would be to Cody Blay to drive. I think she's stopped the drive, and as we see, so there is a change happening. So we'll talk you through the changes. It looks like Lyndall Road's going to wing attack. So that's been identified by Prothero. Lyndall Road into wing attack. Cody Blay now moving into the centre, and that might just suit her a little bit more. And the two shooters for the Demons, Amber Harvey and Paige Joyce, swapping over.
It's another one to Millman. She's shot very well tonight. 38-31 in favour of West Coast. There's 4 minutes to go, but a good hand there from Brooke Walker there. Oh, nice intercept. And West Coast are going to come up with the ball.
Yeah, Brooke Walker has got a hand to some lovely ball. Looks like a raw defender. Still got a lot of work to grow into her game. But certainly, look at that. She sees the ball, just needs to back herself in and contest.
Harvey gets her hands on it. She's under that post there, and she's dropped 32 to the Southeast Demons. They're still 6 points behind, 6 goals behind. And it could be 7 goals if Bullen drops this one, and it is 39-32 now.
Yeah, well, that was just a choice passage of play there from the Warriors. They're finding it very easy at the moment in attack. And if you have a look at this now, Demons just really struggling to find any clean play.
Unlucky call there against. She seemed to have the ball hands on the ball first, but it's the rules. And a nice shot there from Doy. 33-39 now, still in favour of West Coast, and they're moving ahead. And probably the first wayward ball we've seen from them in attack.
Yeah, things have been going pretty smoothly. The Demons really need to have a think about. I mean, they've gone into almost chase mode at the moment defensively.
Well, there's 6.5 minutes to go in this third period.
And that's just a forced ball from Harvey. That was never, ever on. Gave Brooke Walker there. She's growing in confidence as this game goes on, getting her hand to a good 2 or 3 balls just in this term.
But they've got a chance to score here. And Doyle, that's a great shot from Doyle. Another goal, 34-39. In 5 now, 2 minutes to go. And they've moved straight into attack. That was much better play.
Well, that's one of the better
Demons.
passages of play. And as we spoke before, it's just about trying to penetrate that circle edge quicker than what they've been doing. And that was a good play, and it just opens up the shooters. Takes a little bit of a pressure off your attacking players.
Well, they've scored 2 in a row now. That takes them to 35-39. Still trailing the Warriors. And the Warriors are in attack, so they've got a chance to score here. And in Bullen's hands, they're a good chance. And she doesn't let me down. Thank you.
She's impressed since she's come on, John. She's only a young player, Mariana Bullen, but certainly has worked well for the Warriors.
Oh.
Paige Doy left at home. Of course, you could hear the crowd calling the ball to the post.
But she didn't.
No, it's disappointing for the Demons. The Warriors need to make the Demons pay on this occasion for that.
Oh, there's a call against Andrew.
Stepping call on Andrea Gilmore. So the Demons, it's really a get-out-of-jail card for them.
Seconds of this period, they really need to get something out of this drive. And Doy's got it underneath the post, and she's put that one down. This is back to a 4-goal game, 36 to the Demons, 40 to the Warriors.
So just the 25 seconds left. A win here would be for the Warriors to get a goal. If the Demons can stop this.
Back in Bullen's hands, a whistle again, so she moves that step close to the post, puts it up, and she has scored.
Yeah, so interesting. There'll be 10 seconds left on the clock here, so the Demons will want to score off this. They'll look to go long immediately. 5 seconds. There's Harvey, front position. She'll need to turn and shoot pretty quickly.
And that's the period. And it leaves the score 41 to the West Coast Warriors. The Southeast Demons are on 36. So that's a 5-goal break here at the period break. 1 to go. 15 minutes of netball left. What do they need to do, Sue?
Yeah, well, I think the changes have worked for the Demons. They just need to be making the most of their opportunities. Of course, this all now boils down to ability to turn over ball and actually convert off it. Probably hasn't been a strength of the Demons tonight, so they'll need to rectify that. Again, continue to penetrate that circle edge and just take a little bit of pressure off the attackers in Amber Harvey and Paige Doy. The longer the ball takes to get there, the more the defenders get a look at it. So as far as the Warriors are concerned, just to continue to open the space up. I think Numi Tapia really found some beautiful backspace in that passage of play. Lisa Millman, as you said, she's been hard to beat under the post. So strong. And Andrea Gilmore, look, she's just come up with some critical rebounds, some beautiful deflections, and her drive and option down court, so solid.
Her composure too, she stands out with the way she
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
approaches the game.
she's playing like a leader out there, and of course that's what the Warriors would expect of her.
On the other court, we have the other semi-final going on. This is third versus fourth for the right to play in the preliminary final next week. It's the Coastal Sharks up against the Perth Lions. There's a minute 26 to go on the third period there. And the Lions are lining up for a shot. There's a whistle there. We'll just wait and see if they can manage to convert it so I can tell which team's on the scoreboard. They have dropped it, the goal shooter there. So it's 45 in favour of the Lions, leading the Coastal Sharks 36 at the moment. So that game will be deciding who the loser of our broadcast game will be playing next week in the preliminary final. The winner of this game, straight through. They get a week's break, they're into the grand final, and I'm sure both coaches would be letting their charges know that this is it. Yeah,
it's been a nice season, 15 weeks, and sometimes that little break, when you get that win straight through to the grand finals, a bonus, the players can freshen up and get ready. But momentum can also work for the losing side. Lose today, get a win next week, and sort of build momentum into the final. So it's sort of how you approach it.
Sometimes that continuity of playing and can just be what you need.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's interesting when you speak to players, they're not necessarily opposed to either. Certainly if it's been a tough season, sometimes the body needs a rest, and therefore you favour that. Other players will tell you that they don't like the week off. It's too long in between drinks, so to speak, and prefer to kind of continue to play. So
now you mentioned a 15-week season. It's a little bit shorter this year, is it, because of World Championships coming up?
Yeah, so World Champs coming up in August in Sydney. So the season's been shortened slightly just to make way for that. What a big year it is for netball, John.
Absolutely. And we're underway in the last period here. The West Coast Warriors leading the Southeast Demons 41 goals to 36. And right to play in the grand two teams in the Smarter Than Smoking State Netball League. Great support too, Smarter Than Smoking, for netball in this state, and have been for a while now. Now the Demons attacking here. Doy's got the ball. She's found She's found Miller underneath. Miller's just come on for. Trying to figure out who Morgan Miller might have come on for there.
Yeah, so Morgan Miller came. Well, they've moved Paige Doy out to wing attack, and Morgan Miller's come on at goal shooter. And that's sent.
Lindell
Who has that
Road.
sent to the bench?
I think that might be Lindell.
No, Cody Blai's gone to the bench. So Lindell Road back into the centre. Paige Doy at wing
Cody's on
attack.
bench.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Morgan Miller coming from the reserves has played already tonight, but due to the rules is allowed to play a quarter up here. So see if she can contribute.
There goes Millman to start the scoring for the final period. 43-37. So it's a 6-point game here. 6-goal game, and Demons need to step up, and they need to start stepping up now and some consecutive goals, but they've just lost the ball there.
Yeah, so again an opportunity going missing. Young Morgan coming on and just soft hands. Great there, Henny Mahu.
She read that well and got the push, but they've call's gone against her.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
just gone offside there at the last second.
Working with patience here, West Coast. And it's almost as if the Demons are now chasing them.
Well, they are, and they've had to make many a change. As you can see, Emily Cunningham now back to goalkeeper. Henny Mahu into goal defence, and they've moved Mia Spencer out to wing defence. So just searching for answers are the Demons. The Warriors, on the other hand, well, they haven't had to make a change since quarter time, and their lineup has settled very well, and it's this attack end that's been so impressive.
Well, West Coast have extended their lead. They're out to 44 now. 37 the Demons, so that's a 7-goal difference at the moment. And West Coast Warriors have possession of the ball and they're scoring third, so they'll be looking to make the most of it, but they've turned the ball over.
Yeah, so here's a moment for the Demons. You said before, you know, they need to make the most of every opportunity, and Jess Eel's been called there for the contact on the ball. No, falling on the ball, so she'll get to continue in play. So just critical here for the Demons. Every opportunity must be capitalised on.
There's the young girl Morgan. She's put that up, and it's just rimmed out, unfortunately. So it's 2 from 2 she's missed.
Missed opportunity for the Demons.
They're just looking to keep things steady at the moment, West Coast. So it's still with the West Coast. Numi Tupaya, she's been one of their best tonight. The work she's put in around that circle.
Well, between her and Gilmore, it'd be hard to pick. They've both been huge contributors. Lisa Millman as well.
That's another goal to Bullen, and another goal to the West Coast Warriors. They're 45-37 the Demons. It's starting to slip away. They really need to put their foot down now if they're going to make something of this game. A call there against West Coast. Well, still an opportunity.
Just sum that up now and say that Gilmore's just had the most massive impact on this game. Oh, great quick hands there from Tapia to... Is now just starting to go into 5th gear, aren't they?
They certainly are. And there's another goal to Balloon. That takes the score out 46-37. And the 2 most important players probably on the court were involved in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Gilmore.
Yeah, and in moments like this, they're the players that step up and start to shine. Demons really have struggled for answers. They probably haven't won a position on court tonight.
Still 9 minutes 50 to go. So there is a chance. If the Demons can turn it on, they're a chance, but they need to be turning it on now.
Well, I was going to say, right now, there is no time to waste. No. Every opportunity, as we said, every opportunity has to be capitalised on. So it's interesting to see when those moments arise, if they do lose the ball, how they're losing it, because that's the only way that they can go and rectify that moving forward.
Bullen shot very, very well tonight. She's only missed, from my count,
just as
Gilmore.
just as you're saying that, Lyndall Road pulled up for not being wholly in the centre circle, and
That-
just a complete wasted opportunity.
Is that a rookie mistake? Another coach killer?
Well, it's a coach killer, and it's certainly not a rookie mistake because Lyndall Road's experience should know better. She's done that twice tonight, and we just said, you can't waste those opportunities.
West Coast into attack yet again. There's another one to Bullen, and that takes the score 48-37. They're 9 in front, 11 in front. So they're really running away with this game, and Bullen's got the ball in her hand again. And she's scored again.
Yeah, and what's pleasing for the Warriors is that they've worked through a few errors, a few issues, I guess, in their space and timing early on, and they've really started to maximise. And what's exciting is young Brooke Walker there. She's really grown through this game, getting her hand on her timing, starting to get better. What an opportunity to work with her and Gilmore.
Oh, someone's hurt their knee there. From what we just saw in front of us, it looks like she might have just copped a bang on it, and hopefully not an injury.
Yeah, so certainly looking like she's in a fair bit of pain.
She is at the moment, which is not what we like to see when we come to a sporting contest. There's still 8 minutes to go in this game. The South East Demons, though, they've got it all in front of them. They're on 37 goals at the moment. And the West Coast Warriors have stretched their lead. They're now out to 49, so that's a 12-goal advantage at the moment. And you'd think that might just about be insurmountable, see?
Yeah, look, particularly when you see the likes of a player like Lyndall Road down on the ground. Fingers crossed here that it's not too bad. She, just having a look at her facial expression there, she's probably a little bit more composed now. So hopefully the shock of what might have been is no longer. Of course, the Demons bench all looking over this way, very concerned. The last thing we want is to see a knee injury to
absolutely.
any player.
Especially at this time of the year when it's what you spend all season playing for.
Yeah,
is you can't be
absolutely.
injured
Last
now.
thing, your last thing you want is to have that finals.
I think she might have just copped a bang in that
Yeah,
one.
I'm going to back you in on that, John. To be honest, I'm just you get a fair indication from a player's face.
Yeah.
Cody Blay warming up in the background, however, and may even be best to bring her on and just see what happens at this point in the game.
In this case, they get to live another week, so it might be prudent to
Yeah, absolutely.
protect your players.
Yeah, and she's certainly walking on it okay. So I think you called that pretty early, John, that it was just a hectic knock on the knee.
Sometimes they can be real killers too.
absolutely.
It can be pretty painful. But everybody who went into that contest went in with conviction.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
absolutely.
It was,
Yep.
that's what you
No,
want to see in a sporting contest.
No malice at all
Nah.
in that. And, of course, Lisa Millman, the opposition player, was the first over to teammates. Of course,
Yeah.
Lyndall Road used to play with the West Coast Warriors. So, certainly no one wanting to see any player be injured, let alone a possible knee injury.
Oh, some great defence there from Gilmore again. That should have been a goal to the South East Demons there, but Andrew Gilmore stuck that big mid up, and they retained possession, looking to extend that lead. And the other game on the other court at the moment, it's the Sharks are on 48. They've just taken another shot, so they're 40. So the Sharks are 42 and the Lions are 48. Still 10 minutes to go there, so that's a closer game than we have here at the moment. And another goal goes to Bullen from the West Coast Warriors, up to 50, which is pretty good scoring in netball. They're doing all right. 37 though, the South East Demons, trailing by 13. Around 7 minutes to go. Brooke Walker there, her eyes, she's marking a player, watching the ball.
Well, that ball, Amber Harvey early on, we've hardly seen that in the last quarter, let alone, or even the last two quarters. Just the confidence completely gone now. Andrew Gilmore's had such presence in this game that every time a Demons player gets the ball, they're almost hesitant to want to put a ball in anywhere near Gilmore. It's a big win for the Warriors.
That's a good win to take into a grand final.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you just get the feel here that the Warriors have certainly pointing out that they will be very, very difficult to beat come grand final day.
It was noticeable looking through the team sheets and stuff before the game that the Warriors seem to have the most settled lineup over the year. They use the least amount of players, and perhaps that settled nature is coming through tonight.
Yeah, that's a really good point, and I think that's paid dividends for them. You know, we saw the changes come early in that first quarter. There were 2 changes made through their centre and goal shooter position, and then from there, this side has just remained settled.
And, well, there's more comedy going on tonight to see.
Well, Lyndall Road there.
It was a great move from Lyndall.
Yeah, but
got everybody off guard.
The great rule of playing is when the ball's in your hand, irrespective of what happens, you're responsible for it. So, whilst it looked good, she probably needed to land on her feet, make sure it was on, and give the ball.
Well, Rhodes back up and running around quite healthily now, so it's good to see she hasn't copped too much from the little knock to the knee. But Millman, oh, she misses one. But it's in the hands of Bullen, who hasn't been missing them. And
yeah, so Bullen's stats, how impressive has she been? Just so dominant in.
She's missed 4 shots.
Yeah, the 4 shots, very impressive.
51 to 37 in favour of the West Coast over the Demons. 5 minutes to go. And they've turned the ball over again, the Demons, and this was always going to be a problem for them. If they turned the ball over too much, they weren't going to get enough shots away.
Well, they've just been inaccurate at the post, and there hasn't been enough opportunity.
Nice take there. Right, now this is an opportunity for Demons. Can they work it in for us? No, they've turned the ball over again.
They can't get a trick, the Demons, and that's full credit to the Warriors. Defensively, they have just dominated this last half. 3 quarters, but this last half in particular. They've been so impressed. It's a late challenge from Emily Cunningham.
She's called for a...
yeah, I think she'll be
fine
out. Just to wipe the court. She a little bit awkward on the way down. But Brooke Walker just grown through this game, the young goalkeeper for the Warriors. And I say again, you know, the opportunity for her to line up defensively alongside Andrea Gilmore.
And she's been playing against some seasoned players too. It's not, you know, she's not up against girls the same age as her. She's
absolutely.
Veterans.
Yeah, you're right.
They know a thing or two about how to get around a court.
Yeah, so that's an exciting feature to have in your side. I'm sure Carly Hall will be most pleased about the possibilities of Brooke Walker going forward over the next couple of years. Numi Tapai here looked like possible cramp or a slight issue with the calf. She went to stand up and almost had to sit down again, so possibly just some cramp.
Smiling.
Yeah, possibly just some cramp.
She's having a smile. I think she's coming off though, is she? No, she's going to join her teammates.
No, she won't want to come off. If she hears you say that.
No. And she's been fantastic. She's put in so much work. When you watch what she does off the ball, she really works her butt off.
And that's a great lesson for all players. It's not necessarily what you do when you've got ball in hand. It's actually what you do when you don't have ball in hand.
Millman with another shot, and she's scored her first for this final quarter. That's 51 to 37. 4 minutes to go here in favour of the West Coast Warriors. The Perth Lions are doing it pretty well too. 5 minutes to go on the other court. They're up 53 to 45, and another goal there. Another goal there, and we've got another injury timeout too.
Yeah, Emily Cunningham coming off.
And she's just taken the bib straight off.
Mia Spencer will now move back to goalkeeper, and Nicola Harvey coming back on to wing defence.
And a little bit of the sting's gone out of the game. 3 minutes 40 to go.
Yeah, it's interesting, and just looking over, you know, these look really at the moment. It's not what you want to see. Yes, by all means you're beaten, but this is a final, and to me it's the value of playing a full 60 minutes and seeing what you're capable of doing.
And they live next week. It's not the end of the world
absolutely.
for them. The other court, one of those teams is going to go away tonight very, very disappointed. These girls have got another shot at it. Shot now. Can she score? That's a goal to Harvey, 38 to 53. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. West Coast Warriors are in control of this game at the moment, and they surge forward again.
Well, it's only the 2 goals that have been scored by the Demons in this quarter, and that just goes to show you how impressive the Warriors' defence has been. The other end of the court, and this will be just up for their third goal if this goes in. So serious problems there for the Demons. Just simply can't put ball in. Defensively, though, John, the Warriors just so impressive. But it's the attack end as well for the Warriors between Millman and Mullen. 12 goals already.
Well, they also seem to defend from the front too. They're right onto the very back of the court all the way through.
Well, you can just see one side whose energy's up and things are all going right, another side whose team's just simply just fallen apart through this entire, this sort of latter part of the things have just, the wheels just stopped turning, hasn't it?
It has, and I think this would be their lowest score of the season, the Demons, 38. I'm fairly sure they haven't been held this low for the season. And looks like Brooke Walker's done something. And she's not terribly happy. She's gone down. Oh, the poor girl.
Well, I can hear the people in the background in the crowd saying that it's cramp, but she's certainly grief, doesn't she?
She's not happy at all.
She grabbed at her right calf, and she's indicating right calf. And of course, immediately they will get her off the court. There's no need to keep her on with just the 2 minutes to go.
Oh, not with that scoreline. There would be 54-38 at the moment in favour of the West Coast Warriors over the Southeast Demons in the Smarter Than Smoking State Netball League semi-final. And Walker's leaving the court to a healthy applause for what's been a good crowd here tonight as well. So they've been right into their netball.
Absolutely fantastic crowd. And well-deserved, Brooke Walker, that applause. I've been so impressed with her, the growth of her game.
I think that might be a little bit worse than a cramp, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But let's fingers crossed for her, because she's got 2 weeks to get over whatever it might be. The Warriors once again taking their time, very composed, moving down the court. Tupea, she's been an absolute jet tonight. She'll take the ball again. Oh no, she won't. It's still a Warriors ball, but it's in the hands of Millman. She steps forward and shoots, and she's going to have another go. And this time it drops, and that's another goal to Millman, another goal to the West Coast Warriors, and they now lead 55-38.
Well, it's almost like a masterclass, isn't it, for the Warriors in attack here? Things just all too easy. The Demons haven't been able to contest a ball in attack for well over 10 minutes. And that's not a great sign for the Demons, but it's an exciting sign for the Warriors.
I think when they moved Doy out of the goal attack area, they seemed to just break down.
Well, it was interesting because I thought the breakdown really was coming at that wing attack area. There was no dominance in drive to the circle edge, and of course I think they tried to identify that with the switch between Rode and Cody Blay, but I agree with you. Bringing Paige Doy out, they love the attacking move, and of course the dominance of Harvey is their ability to post up under and be a target. So almost hunting for answers, the Demons, instead of finding their strengths.
Well, 57-39 after that goal to Bullen in favour of the West Coast Warriors, and the Demons have got it. Harvey's got the ball in her hand, but she's been, Andrea Gilmore once again unfortunately turned the ball over, and it's ended up back in Harvey's hands, but it was a great intercept she tried there. Unfortunately didn't quite come off for her.
Well, it's just their 4th goal of the term, the Demons. Look at that ball from Eels.
And that is time, with the West Coast Warriors running out winners over the Southeast Demons, 57 goals to 40, a 17-point victory in this first semi-final. And the West Coast are straight through to the grand final. The Southeast Demons, they'll have to batter up here again next week. It'll be Friday night here at the State Netball Centre. And they'll be taking on the Perth Lions, who have just defeated the Coastal Sharks in the other semi-final, 59-52. And at this game, Sue, what did you make of it?
Well, I made that the Warriors are looking a very impressive side, and I would imagine any team that comes up against in the grand final will have to be at their absolute best to get across the line. Andrea Gilmore from the moment that we started to beg the question on who we thought was contributing most to the game, it's not like she heard us and said, hold on, it's me. And she just stepped up, deflecting balls. She was blocking shots. Again, I think just her presence on court lifts, the confidence of the Warriors. They were fantastic. The Demons, they've got a lot of soul searching to do between now and next week. They'll have to make some vast improvements. There was a lot of individuals out there tonight that didn't step up, but even collectively as a side, because the Lions, who they'll come up against next week, certainly will be a tough ask again as well.
Can West Coast get any better? They shot at a very healthy percentage tonight. How much improvement have they got on him versus how much improvement have the Southeast Demons got?
Well, I think as a coach you always are after improvement, and probably the one area that their slow starts. So one of the things that I think Carly Hoare would want to be working on with them was just trying to get out of the blocks a bit quicker. I thought the Demons had a hand of that. Their ability to fight back with the Warriors was great. I thought their space opened up well in the second quarter, but early on it was quite narrow, and it caused a little bit of concern. And probably the only other thing, Gilmore and Walker gave them opportunities, and they fumbled quite a bit of that early on. So just the ability to convert turnover is an area that they can continue to grow. But they were good, and that kind of performance will win them a grand final in 2015, definitely.
And some good news for the West Coast Warriors too. It looks like Brooke Walker's up and standing on her own 2 feet, and she's smiling, so there can't be anything too serious.
No. She looked pretty upset as she went down, but often the shock of an injury first up, and then you realise it's actually not too bad. To me, it looked like it was.
Yeah.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, she'll be fine and back performing the way she did. She was so impressive. Early on, a little bit raw, her timing was out, but just the growth of her in just to her own game in 60 minutes of netball, very exciting. And
she probably provides that backup that Andrea Gilmore needs to be able to go and do what she does.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And as I said before, if you came to a state league club and you said, who am I going to be playing alongside as a goal defence, and they said Andrea Gilmore, you'd be pinching. What an opportunity for her just to learn from someone as experienced as Gilmore.
What's going to be going on next week? It'll be the Southeast Perth Demons taking on the Perth on a Friday night, and the following week's fixture is at the State Netball Centre for the grand final, once again on a Friday night. So we look forward to your company for the semi-final next week, which hopefully will be a cracking game. Certainly the Lions put in a big performance tonight. They'd be hoping to bring their A game along next week, and the Demons, I dare say, after a week of soul searching, will come out fighting. So from myself, John Lee, and Sue Gordian, thanks for your company. To you again being with us for the State Netball League Smarter Than Smoking final series next Friday night from 8:30 p.m. Thanks for your company.